Alright guys, what's up? It's Joe the Schmo bringing you another kind of off-the-wall deck idea. I don't know how off-the-wall it is, but it's certainly not something I've seen around before. So I thought I'd show it off, because I like to bring up new and interesting things. And it's grandsoil redox gem knights. And if you don't know, gem knights are really good for sacking really hard for game. Redox is really good for recurring plays and graveyard manipulation. And Grandsoil is great in any deck that's Earth-based, and all the gems are Earth-based. You can hit level 7s easily, and I'll explain more as we go in, but right now, just the deck list. 2 Rabbits, because you run Vanillas. 2 Card Troopers, because Graveyard Control. 2 Scarecrow, OTK Stopper, that's an Earth. 2 Max C, Earth, great card. 3 Alexandrite. Graveyard Control helps you hit level 7s. 3 Tourmaline for the vanilla, and 3 Garnet for the other less important vanilla. 2 Crystals for your Alexandrite, I'll explain later. 2 Lazuli to bounce resources from your grave to your hand. 1 Armadillo. Now, normally I would play this at 3 in a Gem Knight deck because it's an instant +1. You summon it, it hits the field, you add a Gem Knight monster from your deck to your hand. But I find in this deck, what I'm trying to... It's just not as good in this deck. I don't know, I'm messing around with the ratios, but I don't find him to be as effective in this deck, necessarily. I want to use my normal summon on things like Card Trooper or Gem Knight Alexandrite. He could get bumped back up to 2, but 3 is not very good. Anyways, 3 Gem Knight Obsidian, really great card for swarming the field, getting sacky plays off, OTKing. Gem Turtle, just at 1, helps you search out Gem Fusion. 3 Redox, 3 Pebbles, 3 Grandsoil, 3 Gem Knight Fusion, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy Storm. Extra deck, 3 Zirconia, thinking of cutting this down to 2 now. This deck has a little better emphasis on the rank 7s. 2 Prisma, this card's amazing, just straight amazing. 1 Citrine, he's pretty good. He's really good when you're pushing for game. Don't have to worry about Mirror Force, anything like that. 1 Ruby, piercing damage. Fuck you, Spirit Reaper. Tachyon Eyes, or Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, for good rank 8 if you need it. 2 Laval Chains. Rabbit, going to 2 Vanillas. Drop your Gem Knight Fusion in the grave. Bounce it back to your hand, go off, hard, sack for game. 2 Big Eye, 2 Drago Sack, 1 Maestroke, because it's like the best generic rank 4, or most versatile rank 4. Other things I was considering is like side deck options, maybe like Heliotrope, and then throw in like an Ophion in the side deck, just for like, you know, if you're playing dragons, like game 2, like you just go at them, you know, early game with this shit, deplete some of their resources. You know, they're not expecting to see an Ophion, so when you suddenly drop it down, they're like, whoa, 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 what's happening? I don't have any outs because I haven't been expecting this shit, and then, you know, you stall out just long enough to sack for the win. I was also thinking of Quacky Mirrors, because they're all rocks, so they can all be fusioned off with Gem Knight Fusion, and negating monster effects is really good right now. Negating traps, not so much. Negating spells is pretty good, but negating monster effects, really good. But, anyway, how does the deck work? Okay, the deck works because you have insane amounts of graveyard control to drop Grandsoil. I mean, if you have 6 monsters in grave, that's cool. Gem Knight Fusion, bounce a Gem Knight, or banish a Gem Knight, add Fusion to your hand, drop Grandsoil. Oh, you have 3 monsters or 3 Earths in your grave. Discard him, and then, you know, summon your Redox, and then special summon your Grandsoil, and then use Grandsoil's effect to special summon like a Crystal. You know, make a Drago Sack, make a Big Eye, do whatever. It's really cool. Oh, I should go back up here to Alexandrite though. Tribute this card, special summon a Gem Knight normal monster from your deck. So you just tribute him, special summon Gem Knight Crystal. Bounce, so like say you have like 1 Earth monster in the grave and Alexandrite in hand. And then, like, so say you have redox and one earth monster in grave, and you have Alexandrite in hand, you just go Alexandrite, summon, tribute, special summon crystal, banish the other earth monster in the Alexandrite, special summon redox, make a big eye, do things. He's really good for, graveyard manipulation. I mean, if you have, like, Jesus, even just, like, 2 cards in your graveyard and grandsoil in hand, you just go, like, Alexandrite, tribute himself, 3 cards in your grave, and a level 7 on the field. Discard Rectan, and another card, 5 cards in your grave, special summon Redox, make a big eye, special summon Grandsoil, detach, and I don't know, somehow, like, it wouldn't work if you did it that way, but, like, if you had, like, 4 monsters in grave, you detach from the big eye, detach, like, a crystal, and then, use Grandsoil to reborn the crystal, and then, like, use a Redox's effect to reborn itself, and then make another big eye and steal another monster. I don't know. Just really lots of crazy, crazy plays you can make with this deck. Anyways, so yeah, the rabbits, they're earth monsters. They let you get Lava Chain to get to your Gem Fusion, and also just, like, go off harder by getting more Gem Knights on the field. Really good card. Trooper, it's a floater, it's an earth type. It lets you fill your grave, lets you manipulate your grave. Scarecrow again, OTK stopper. Max C, makes your opponent, like, not go off hard. So, I mean, they're earth type hand traps, so it's really good. All in all, the deck's pretty solid. There's obviously, like, it's not like Dragons or Prophecy where it's like tier 1, but, like, it's pretty fun, like, really good mess around deck, and just want to show you guys a couple videos real quick. I mean, I literally just played, like, 3 or 4 games with this deck, so I only have, like, 2 videos, but okay, so I start off with this as a hand, which looks terrible. I have 1 Grandsoil, a Max C, and then 3 Alexandrites. That looks pretty awful at first glance, but let's see what happens. I draw into the Rectan, which just makes this an insanely good hand all of a sudden. Ditch it? Okay, now I tributed Alexandrite for the crystal, and then sent him and him to the grave to summon the Crags. Got the Dragosack on board. I go for a rather passive first turn play. I don't really know what he's playing, so I just pop it and turn. He summons this shark. He's playing a pretty bad deck, but, like, that's not the point. The point was to show how, like, a bad hand in this can turn really good really quick. Detach another card, 5 in the grave. Detach, boom, more deck thinning, and then I pop, and then I make my Redox come back, and then I attack, and I attack, and I attack, and then I make another Dragosack, and he just scoops. And I also had 2 hand traps in my hand, just in case. Now this guy, he was playing Tempest Dragunities, and with Lad. Anyways, he goes for the first Tempest, and I max C him. And he does some things, and long story short, he drops a first turn Lad. I mean, I'm just like, oh, fuck, that +1 meant nothing in the face of Lad. Anyway, so I tribute Alexandrite, force the negation, Gem Knight Fusion, force the negation, bounce it back to my hand, end my turn. He just goes, he kind of gets kind of bad draw. Anyways, attacks for 1800, it's cool. And then what do I do here? Oh, I set the turtle. Which, by the way, drawing into more than one of these is really bad. But anyway, yeah, so goes to get its effects. Dragon says no. And now I'm ready to go, and beat his ass. So, Gem Knight Fusion, force the last negation. Now he can't negate anymore, and this is where it gets cool. I finally get to play. Send 3 cards to the grave, and I milled, I believe, a rabbit, a Gem Knight Fusion, and a Monster Reborn. Ouch, kind of. But then, anyways, so Lad can't negate anymore. I Fusion summon my Zirconia. Send the baby dragon to the grave to summon him. Banish a monster so I can summon Grandsoil. Then, Grandsoil's effect reborn my rabbit, go into Tachyon Dragon, rabbit, get the 2 vanillas, and now here things get really just super stupid. Go into battle phase, Tachyon's effect. Attack. Negate. Brings him out again, and I get to attack again at 4,000 attack. Now the reason I didn't immediately use Gemnite Fusion to turn these guys into... Let me show you here, because I do it right now. Now I make my Prisma, and now I can go with Crags and Prisma into my nice, safe Drago Sack. I didn't do that before because I didn't want it being negated by the Tachyon Dragon. So, yeah. Anyways, he goes and, well, he just has to put up an answer on the board, like, really quick, and it just doesn't do it. And honestly, like, that didn't seem like a good play to me, but, like, I don't really know his deck and shit. So, anyways, yeah, at this point, I've pretty much locked up the duel, but I just kind of wanted to show off how kind of cool that shit can be. Yeah, this deck is pretty fun. Anyways, I don't think he scoops. He just, like, tries to battle it out to the bitter end. And then, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, this happens. And then I just, like, shit on his face, because then I get redox, big eye, yeah, pretty good stuff. Anyway, that's all for gem soils, Gemnite grand soils, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, it's fun. Try it. Bye.